This is about as Elle Woods as I get. We're gonna go see Legally Blonde the musical. It's intermission. It's super fun. I have lots to say. Also, live band, so that's cool. Alright, we are back at home in my chair because we're going to talk about Legally Blonde the musical. And obviously, Legally Blonde the musical is different than Legally Blonde the movie. That is not what I'm talking about, but there's like a lot of similarities. So for some reason you haven't seen it yet, but you're watching this video, pause it, go watch the movie because there's going to be lots of spoilers. But I feel like everyone kind of knows how it ends, so I don't feel that bad about it. First of all, I just want to give huge props to the cast. There were some people whose voices were like incredible. Other people who were dancing like their life depended on it. And there were some people who didn't need to do either of those things because their personality honestly just stole the show. One of my favorite parts of the whole show was from a girl who didn't talk at all, but her facial expressions in the back were cracking me up. There are some things about the musical that make it not my favorite, but there's other things about the musical that are just hysterical and so much fun. Like, I'm way more awake right now than I really should be at 11:30 at night just because I just came from this musical. Like, I feel like I've had 4 shots of espresso or whatever people drink at the coffee store. Also, sorry for the terrible video and sound quality right now. I know it's like wiggling all over the place because I was too lazy to set up my tripod, so this is what you got. I wanted to do a quick rapid fire of some similarities and differences of how law school is portrayed in Legally Blonde versus how it actually is. So let's start with just getting to law school. Elle is shown taking an LSAT practice test like 4 times and goes from like a 140 to a 175 without actually studying. That is very unrealistic. 175 is something that like 1% of people who take the LSAT get, I think. It's probably less than that actually. So if you don't get a 175, don't feel like you can't get into a great school. That's not true. Although if you want to go to an Ivy League, you might need to be that 1%. Just saying. So there was some accuracy as to the difficulty of getting into Harvard. One thing that is in the musical that I know is different than the movie is Elle doesn't send in a personal statement. She shows up with her sorority and does a big dance and sings about how love is enough of a reason to get into law school. Obviously not realistic. Personal statements are important. I'm switching arms because after 4 minutes of filming, my arm is tired. The first day of law school was portrayed very differently as well. There was no orientation and all the people were just sitting around talking about how great they were. I would say people are a lot more personable and less socially awkward at my school than that. There are totally people who have done incredible things like been a Rhodes Scholar or Fulbright, been in the Peace Corps, just incredible things that they should be very proud of, but they don't introduce themselves by going down the list of their resume like the students do in the musical. I would say that the professor portrayal in the musical, as far as the first day of school, talking about blood in the water and how you have to be a shark to succeed, there are probably professors like that, but I haven't experienced them. So far, everybody has been very nice and encouraging, and in fact, WashU specifically makes it a big point to say that even the lowest ranking person in the class always gets a job. The other thing about the professor, which is a huge driving plot force in the musical, is that he offers an internship to 4 of his students over the summer. I don't think that actually happens. Most, if not all, of the professors at my school focus on teaching and researching. Not a lot of professors are actively practicing law because teaching is a full-time job, and they're especially not working at a firm where they'd be the defense attorney of a major murder trial. As far as Elle goes, I haven't met anybody like that, but I think that's kind of the point of erasing stereotypes and making the point that anybody can go to law school. It doesn't matter what your background is. It doesn't matter what people have told you can or can't do and what dreams you're willing to earn. She says something like that in one of the final songs, and it kind of stuck with me. I was like, oh, that's interesting. Like, people can have whatever dreams they want, and they can be not easily accessible, but ultimately it is kind of about what you work for and what you earn and what you prove that you can accomplish, instead of just something being handed off to you. As far as the main plot line goes of Elle trying to go to law school to win back her ex-boyfriend who's a total jerk, I don't think that that's very accurate. There's a lot less love life drama that I've been exposed to in law school than anywhere else in my life. People are kind of either in a relationship or they're not, like married or very single. I don't know very many people at all who are dating somebody, especially somebody who is also in law school. Okay, what else? No major musical numbers in law school. You don't really sing in the middle of class. Also, I've never seen anyone get kicked out of class for being unprepared, although there's definitely public shaming, and that is a story that I can tell you later. I'd say one thing that's super accurate is older students like Emmett in the musical helping younger students like Elle learn how to take their classes, learn how to read productively, give advice in classes. There is something really pure about people in the upper classes wanting to help you succeed, and I appreciate that so much. I have a couple student mentors who really have done a lot to help me succeed, and I would be very lost without them. Because Elle is a fashion expert, and I think that's actually her major in the story, fashion and clothing plays a big part in the musical, and it's super fun to see all the different costumes and how the lawyers versus sorority girls present themselves. In law school, people are pretty casual, unless there's a networking event at the school that they're planning on going to. So every now and again, you'll see somebody who comes in sweats and a t-shirt every day, like the rest of us, come in with a suit and tie and all of that, and then you ask them, where are you going? Is there a networking event I don't know about? So that definitely happens, but I don't think there was a single day where everybody showed up dressed up, ready to like go to court. There is though a scene where Elle goes to the trailer park to help Paulette, her hairstylist, get her dog back. And she's super excited because she sees an application of the law that she's learning in class to her friend's situation, and that is totally real. I haven't even finished a semester of law school, but I see contracts and property and tort law everywhere I go. We should do a video on that sometime, actually. That would be fun. Just like walk around for a day and be like, that's illegal, you should sue. Your classes, except for your legal writing and research classes, at least at WashU, and I think everywhere else, don't last more than a semester. So basically the whole musical, except for the very final scene, takes place in Elle's 1L year, and the whole year she's in this crim law class. I don't even have crim law until the spring. It's certainly not my first class, but that is definitely different from school to school. But no school that I know of has you taking crim all year long. Although you are with the same students all year long in various different classes. There's one more like major thing I totally forgot about. The court scene, there's a lot that's inaccurate. This maybe needs to be its own review. Maybe we'll just review the court scene from Legally Blonde sometime. Yeah, I'm gonna save that for that video. But suffice it to say that there's plenty to talk about. So if you're excited about that video, like this one, comment below if there's any other scenes from Legally Blonde that you want me to react to. I'm about as close to Elle Woods as I ever get with my pink shirt and my blonde hair. So I own like literally 2 pink shirts and that's it. So comment below if you want me to react to any other legally related plays, movies, TV shows. I'd love to do that. I watch them all the time. I just usually don't film myself doing it. I need to go to bed because I have exam prep in the morning. Till I see you guys next time, God bless.